I'm stood here on the platform of the newest station in the Summerset network, looking towards the newest town in the Summerset city. Pretty poetic, don't you think? Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to Summerset MTR here on Minecraft. I am standing in the bottom square of a brand new town that I've built. You can kind of get an idea as to the vibe here. How did this town come to be? Well, I have a time lapse lined up for you right now that is going to show you how I built this incredible place. So that's how Cave Town came to be. I'm currently stood at the top here. There's the station site down there that's but hopefully by the end of this episode going to be the station of Cave Town, although it's a little bit far away from this, which is the main entrance to Cave Town. So I may have to switch things up a little bit. But if you look down there, there's some village donuts there that can't find their way home, and there's one up here as well just to make things even nicer. There's also one over there who I think has actually wandered over from Ravine, so you never know, they might find their way down here. If I come over here quickly, this is currently the only source of daylight to the town, but eventually I'm going to dig out the ravine properly, which may involve incorporating that water feature actually, because that would look kind of cool, and it'll head off in that direction as well, but that's not for today. This used to be a pond, but the railways came along and kind of ruined that a little bit. But if I come down here, we'll have a little quick tour of what we've got going on here. I do need to light this up a little bit more actually, because I feel like if we turn off peaceful mode, stuff's going to spawn on these little landings here. But yeah, this is what you're first greeted with, the bell, which if I ding it, yep, they're all part of this village. They all run away like the scared little cowards that they are. That guy's got a neck problem. He needs to get that looked at. But yeah, this is the top level. So over there, we've got a little tavern, which needs a name, to be fair. We've also got this weird donut-shaped thing here. I only joined these two bits up here because they were quite close together, but I feel like breaking them apart again because I think that might work better, but we'll see. And then, yeah, tavern in here. So we've got 3 brewers there, which may or may not have actually turned into professions. It's quite hard to tell. And then we've also got a little balcony here, which may be an outdoor seating area, which looks down onto the next level down, of which there are some villagers there as well. One of them has a job, so that's good. If I come this way, we've got the railway bridges above here, which I think look kind of cool. But they need to be expanded out a little bit more. And then we've got... Oh, hello, cat. Well, that proves this is a functioning village. Over here, we've got one of 2 bunkhouses, which right now has no one asleep in it because I don't think it's dark enough. No, it's still broad daylight. So eventually, they'll all go to bed there. These are just sort of temporary fixes for now, while there's not much housing around. If I drop down a level here, and then down this side... In fact, I don't think there's actually anything on this side right now. Just villagers looking to be morons and get on my nerves. If I pop down this section though, these are little houses. So again, these are kind of placeholders. They will be decorated a bit more efficiently in the future. But they're all mostly built to a similar design. I think Master Trams has had a go at sprucing up this one for me. But for the most part, it's very simple. Oh, hello. I didn't notice that before. But yeah, crafting table, chest, bed. Simple as that. This one also has a button attached to it, which I think is kind of quirky but cool. I don't know whether that's meant to represent like a post box or something, or a doorbell maybe. Again, little house here. Ooh, trying to back out the door. And then we got this one here. These vines are proving to be more annoying than I thought they would be. Oh, hello. It's 2 people in this one. And we've also got... Is it at this end of the floor? Yes, it is. So this house here is actually a 2-bed, which can sleep 4 villagers. So they'll probably all move in at some stage. And then this one, ooh, this one over here is actually a 3-bed. Could be a 4-bed actually if I block this off as well, but then that would limit access to this, which is the master. And then if we come over here, there's a bedroom, and there's a bedroom. So this sleeps 6 villagers. And then it's pretty much same old, all the way down to the bottom here, where we meet this lovely river that flows through the middle of the site, which I'm a huge fan of. That up there, I probably need to block off because they keep wandering up here, and it's very annoying. Go down there. Get down there. Get. Let me just sort out this problem quickly. Good news. Someone's about to get a job. There we go. Right. Yeah, they have a little explore, which I'm not actually a huge fan of. So we'll put a stop to that. like so. We'll light that up because we don't want things to spawn in here, but we don't want things to go up there either. But yeah, this. So this is the second bunkhouse. It's built almost directly underneath the first one. This is literally a copy and paste job as well, so I don't actually know if the beds work. We'll find out in a little bit. But if we follow the water down here and then down here, you can see I've incorporated it into the build somewhat nicely, I'd like to say. I do need to hide some of the stone here because that's a little off-putting. But here's 2 job sites. We've got 2 farms here, both of which have farmers. I think we just walked past one of them. Yes. Farmer 1. And then somewhere down here is Farmer 2. We've also got a second bell down here because I wasn't sure of the verticality of the first one. We've got blast furnaces here inside this little, I don't know what you'd call this, furnace den. We've got lava tanks underneath, which is how they're fueled. Obviously, they're not really, but that's what we're saying for the lore of all this. And then up here, we've got the lava supply, which comes from, let's say there's a reservoir in there. And it flows down through here. I totally didn't burn this place down 3 times trying to incorporate the lava, by the way. And you can see I've added reinforcements and all sorts to try and stop things from catching on fire. And then it drops down there. And we actually saw it on this side as well. Over there. And then you can imagine it flows into these tanks, even though they're not real. We also, as you saw here, we've got grindstones. This is another little shop industry. I say shop. These aren't shops. These are meant to be just industries. These are where people work. So they're not necessarily where you can actually go and buy stuff. Same with the farms. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you've climbed up the vines. That's what you've done. Get down. Get down. Vines are not for climbing. Unbelievable. Also, the dripping lava is not ideal. There's also a little house down here. This is actually the first house I built, but then I went and built them up on the residential level. So I don't actually know who occupies that house, but I imagine it's someone important. Up here we've got smithing tables. This is where our weaponsmith, I believe it is, works. 4 of them. And then in this bit we've got cauldrons for the leather workers, and we've got a little bit of blood on the wall as well, just for simulation purposes. Okie dokie. So we're in a position where I'd like to say Cave Town, Ravine Town, whatever we go with for the name, is pretty much, for the practical side of it, done. I'm really happy with it. I think this is one of the best builds I've done so far, in terms of thought, at least. You know, in theory, this is one of the best builds I've done, but we have to see how it works out practically. And then, yeah, we got the 2 railway bridges here. They're both different widths to match the ravine size. This one especially is pretty skewed. It's kind of fun to build. We've also incorporated that into the design of this here, which is to stop villagers from just wandering up towards the bell. But yeah, for the most part, I think this works quite well. I'm just going to grab some materials quickly, because we're going to use these for construction of the station in just a second. So I'm just going to move that across. What I'm looking for, spruce. So I want spruce planks, spruce stairs, spruce slabs, spruce fences. Do I want the black stone as well? Possibly not, actually. Possibly not. But this is going to be for the station, which I am going to call Cave Town because it is the nearest one to Cave Town. Reefton Mines is probably technically closer, but it's just easier to set it up over here. So we're going to have a pretty simple setup here. Island platform, nothing too fancy. One exit is going to head out that way towards where the Cave Town entrance is. The other one's going to head off that way towards something. Haven't quite decided yet. I don't really know what else to say. So I'm going to grab my trusty little brush here as well, because no doubt I'll need this for certain aspects of the build. And let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, this was a difficult build, in all honesty, and I'm still not 100% sure I'm happy with it. Basically, there's no accessibility. It's all stairs right now, which is something I'm not best pleased with and probably will change in the future. I also have no idea, excuse me, what I'm going to do with this roof. Whether or not I'm just going to extend this out over the top of it, or whether I'm just going to leave it open. I'm actually tempted to leave it open and see how that looks. I'm also toying with the idea of putting solid blocks in here so that I can put a station name on it. But apart from that, those minor things that make or break a station, I'm kind of happy with this. One other thing I'm tempted to do is lower this whole floor down by 1. Reason being is over here, then you're not combating this really low ceiling as you walk round. So I think that's something else I'll do, but I'll do it off camera. I'm not going to do it right now because that's a bit of a faff. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not too unhappy with this. I think this is fine. I think this works quite well. One option I've got for future expansion, as I said, is to expand over this and put a lift here going down, and then just put extra ticket barriers here so that you can't access the platform still without going through a barrier. I also want to put in... Oh, actually, I can do that now because I've got the window open here. Should I do this one? Let's try this one, see how it looks. If I did that... Yeah, that's not too bad. And then, I don't know where they go, to be honest. That's the other problem, because it's all odd numbers here, and these are an even number, these signs. Definitely one there. Definitely one there. And we'll do that. I think they attach just. It's a bit of an overhang, but it's enough that it's convincing. So I could just do them like this. Or maybe over here would be a good place for the next one. Like that. Yeah. Not terrible. And then I can also do one... Ah, no, this is a problem. This one. I could, in theory, put them above the doors. Like that. And then you walk in underneath. And actually, I kind of like that idea. It's a bit low. Again, this seems to be the station of low ceilings. But it would work. It would work quite well. That's not where I wanted to put that at all. There. Yeah, that would actually work really, really well. I was also, when I was building this, toying with the idea of making it fully enclosed. But I like the idea of it being open. This whole station is quite basic. A bit like the town that it serves, to be fair. You know, Cave Town isn't exactly the most technologically advanced in the world. And that's kind of the plan. That's what it's meant to be. It's meant to be this really basic civilization built into a ravine, basically. Which makes me want to call it Ravine Town instead of Cave Town, actually. And I'm probably going to change that in just a second as well. Change the station name, and therefore everything else around it changes its name too. That's how I like to imagine this city. Kind of like OpenTTD when you rename a town and all the station names change. So let's just finish off putting these in. And then I am going to check the clearance as you walk underneath. And then I think we can wrap this up and call it an episode. I put that in the wrong place. There we go. So yeah, we got these fences here. There will be tunnel portals there. And you can actually see the ravine from here. The ravine itself will be accessed via... So these will go up. It'll probably be on this side, actually. This will be the exit, and then there'll be a natural slope that comes up here that you'd follow a path on. And then it would take you to the entrance to the town itself, which still needs to be lit up and all that good stuff. In terms of everything else over here, though, I'm happy with the lighting. I'm happy with the design of the station. One thing I'm not 100% pleased with is the track here, this side thing. So I'm going to replace that with spruce. What else? The ceiling height, but I've already established how I'm going to fix that. And I think that's everything, to be honest. I think that's everything where I look at it and I'm like, oh, I'm not best pleased with that. So, yeah. Plenty to ponder, plenty to go away and think about. But for the most part, I think this has been a relatively successful episode in terms of building. I'm very happy with the cave town. I'm marginally, if not happy with the station here as well. And I do like this as you walk up and then suddenly you're on the platform and you've got the tracks either side. I think this is the narrowest platform I've built as well, which This kind of makes me a little bit nervous because I think one of the other stations over there is similar, but I can always go and redo that. I was a bit wary redoing this one because the tracks going through the bridges there were kind of set in stone, and I didn't want to mess around with those. Anyway, that'll do for this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm just getting rid of all of these. And until next time, I will see you soon.